welcome to the 12th episode of Blazing Hour with Illumini. I am your MC Paki, and today, as guest, we have, drum rolls please, Archit Jain. Archit Bhaiya is currently practicing law. He is a true epitome of versatility, someone who's not only excellent in academics but is equally active in the field of sports. After passing from Cambridge Court with flying colors, he has had a remarkable journey in his career with a long list of achievements. Please welcome Archit Bhaiya, everyone.
Hi guys. Hi, how are you, Paki?
I am good, Bhaiya. How are you?
I'm great.
Okay, so shall we
Let's,
start?
yeah, sure.
So, Bhaiya, being a lawyer, what are some of your job's roles and responsibilities?
So once you are a lawyer, there are a lot of things which come to it. First of all, I think it starts with the person who comes to you with his problems. So that's the client. It starts with the client. So you need to have your skills and abilities to deal with them. In a sense, they'll come to you with a problem. You have to tell them whether to go to the court or not. You have to deal with the problems in a sense. The problem will come to you in a layman language. You have to see how it will go to the court, how the legal remedies are there, what all legal issues it contains. So that's the starting. Then you have to read. A lot of reading comes to it. A lot of books, research comes to it. And then there's this drafting, writing. A lot of pleadings have to be written so that it helps. The pleadings helps the court as well as you while you're arguing. So it comes to arguing then, and then the decision comes to it, which helps to. And so the decision also has to be explained to the people who you've been fighting for all this time, and then comes the justice.
Well, that is certainly not a cakewalk, as it involves, one of the most difficult tasks, that is dealing with people. Am I right?
You can't be an introvert and be a lawyer at the same time.
Okay. My next question is, who was your source of inspiration back in your school days?
So back in my school days, okay, I'll start with it. Once I was home, it was my mother. I've always looked up to my mother. And when I'm in school, so I had a very unique relationship with director ma'am. Was she always believed in me, even when my mother was like, "Yeah, ye kuch nahi kar payega." She always had believed in me, and that unique connection was always there. She has motivated me to every level in that sense that even if I was out in punishment, she believed in me. She's like, "Yeah, you'll do it. It's just a matter of time." So in that sense, yes, it was director ma'am and my mom.
I can completely relate to it. Like, as you talked about, ma'am, indeed, having a great leader is something that automatically puts you on a road to success because now you have
Sure.
abundant opportunities, exposure. And when you talked about your mother, I think mother is our emotional backbone. Like, she
Yeah.
fills us with so much inspiration, so much motivation that it inspires you somehow to go to school each day. And that was a big task in students' life. Okay, so my next question is, how has your career in law journey been so far? And how did you realize that you wanted to become a lawyer?
So my becoming a lawyer was a very spontaneous thing. It happened during my boards, like my 12th class boards were happening, and I like decided that yeah, now I'll want to be a lawyer. I'll give my CLAT. I filled my form on the last day. That was a huge thing which we did. Like, okay, now today's the last day. You have to fill the forms. And it was so basically after coming to 11th standard, I had a huge dilemma. I was going through a huge dilemma that what I wanted to do. I always wanted to do something where I have to do a lot of more reading, where everything is much more dynamic. It involves each and everything around the globe because I can't concentrate on one single thing. I need everything needs to be changed like consistently in that sense. The consistency and change is very important to me. So I had a few options with that being a professor, civil services. But I thought the most dynamic thing to do was to become a lawyer. And I always thought I wanted to be a leader. So in that sense, if you see the leaders in our country, 90% of them are lawyers. So that
Certainly.
was the thing. Yeah. And with my journey as a lawyer, I graduated in, I think, last year, August. After that, I've worked in Rajasthan for a while for the lower judiciary, in the lower judiciary, where I get to know the harsh reality. Post that, I came to Delhi and I've been working in High Court and Supreme Court after that, which is also a great experience you get. So I'll tell you one more thing with this. Once you are doing law, like at the law school, you have to do a lot of internships. There are like 7 internships which are compulsory during your 5-year course. I did 13 because I used to love the practical aspect of law. So I knew how this used to happen. But when I came into practice, the accountability increases to, I think, I don't even know, it increases exponentially. So the difference between an internship and like when you're practicing law, it's different in a sense. It's like once it used to be the cakewalk for me. It's like, oh God, it's a walk in the park. Internships used to be that easy. But once the accountability comes to you, it's like the people's life depends on you. So that's the thing how law deals with you.
That's a really big thing you said. People's lives being dependent on you. But
Yeah,
I guess you were fond of reading, right?
yeah, obviously, always.
Yes. And taking lots and lots of guidance and contemplating a lot is what helped you,
Yes.
reach to the decision of taking law as a career. Okay. So, what are the five most important qualities of a successful lawyer?
Okay, 5 most important qualities of a successful lawyer. One, I'll say that you have to be, you can't have emotions while you're arguing. You can't be connected emotionally to a case. It, at the end of the day, it has to be a case for you because your mental health also depends on it. And if you connect to a case emotionally, it you will always tank it. Second, I think a lot more reading comes to it. So you have to be an avid reader because it changes every second, every day. Law changes once, and there is no end to it. You have to just read and read and read and read. Third thing is you have to be an observer. Like, obs- you you can't deal with anything if you don't observe. Your observing power comes from the day one. You have to observe your client. You have to observe what the judge wants to know, and you have to be like partake in all these decisions. What you have to make. Third thing, arguing. It comes to arguing then. Your court craft comes to it. How you deal with the case, how you make like oration, your oration goes to it. And then it comes to you have to be people's person. You have to deal with people in a sense that people like you and people wants to work with you. That might be your colleagues, might be your contemporaries, might be the clients, might be anyone. That's
I think all the qualities you shared make some of the most important soft skills required in one's life. You know, be it being liked by people, be it getting emotionally strong. But most importantly, I think one needs to learn to not to take things personally, not only in law
yes.
but in life in general, because people usually commit blunders there.
Yes, that's true.
Uh,
And law is much more related to politics as well. So when it comes to politics, you have to see that you have to go and agree to, like agreement is not something which is very common. So agree to disagree is one thing which should be there in everyone's life.
Agree to disagree. Perfect one liner. Okay. My next question is, what are your two major takeaways from school?
Okay, my two major takeaways from school. First of all, school is the best part of your life. You can't have anything better than school in life. In that sense, you meet the most genuine people around you because the kids, the teachers, there's no one else in this world who will take care of you more than them. Second, I think what is the other thing is my friends. The other takeaway I have is they have like the most amazing people. I think I had the biggest group in my class. We're like 30 people, and still out of those 30 people, I think I'm still connected to 25 of them, more than 25 maybe. So that is two things, the best takeaways I have. The guidance I used to get from the teachers because they do know you because you've been there since your child.
Certainly, I believe school is one of the most special experiences, a phase filled with fun, innocence, and whatnot. And when talking about school, how can someone forget their friends?
And zero responsibilities, I'm telling.
Yes. Okay. Bhaiya, I must say you answered all the questions prolifically. I was impressed. But to jazz up this conversation a bit more, we are now getting into a fun but a short segment of Would You Rather. Does that ring a bell? Well, what we'll be doing is that I would create a situation and provide you with two options. You will have to select what would you prefer to do, okay? So, shall we start?
Let it come.
Let's do it. First one. Would you rather be a genius and know everything or be amazing at any activity you tried?
I'll be amazing at any activity I'll
You already are amazing.
try.
The next one is, would you rather experience the world beginning or ending?
I'll go with the beginning. I don't want to see the end.
Okay. Would you rather work more hours a day but have longer weekends or work fewer hours a day with more work days?
So now, with when it comes to law, you don't have weekends and the longer hours. It's nothing called short hours. Okay, it's only longer hours. So it's not for me.
Okay. Would you rather go back to age 5 with everything you know now or know now everything your future self will learn?
I want to go back to age 5. I'll
Same
relive.
here. Let's relive our childhood again. Last but not the least, would you rather be able to dodge anything coming towards you or be able to ask any three questions and have them answered accurately?
Any three questions. Any three questions. Any day. Dodging is not what I should do.
Well, that perfectly fits to your profession then. So this was it. Thank you so much, Archit Bhaiya. You were stupendous the entire time, and hearing from you has been an absolute pleasure. But I must say, all your knowledge, experiences are completely unparalleled. With this, we wish you luck in all your future endeavors.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was surreal to be back. Like it felt like I was in school back again. It was amazing. You did great as well.
We had a fun time here.
Sure, sure. Okay.
Well, this brings us to the end of entertaining yet informative session with Archit Bhaiya. But we'll be back with another fun episode very soon. Until then, as I say, keep smiling and keep grinding because life is what you make out of it. Thank you.